Hello, welcome to Lesson 4 in the PopViz Roblox course. Lesson 4 and 5 will both deal with the terrain editor. And the terrain editor lets you create your own world. You can make oceans, mountains, all kinds of terrain. And the best way to see this is just to go through the demo. So let's go ahead and switch over to that. Okay, so here we go. And I've broken this up into sections. And this is actually the demo for both Lesson 4 and 5. All of the features inside of the terrain editor. So this first section is actually the auto-generated terrain that Roblox will let you do. And so this one's pretty small, but it has Arctic, this snow regions. It has grassy areas, looks like some rock, another type of ground over here. And the really nice thing is it adds this little lake kind of thing. And we're actually, here we go. And the nice thing is you can swim. And the direction that you swim in is the camera direction. So here, if you point down, you're gonna swim down. Whatever direction you point the camera in, you're going to swim in that direction. And so, let me just show you. Okay, so once you're done, the way you can get out of the water, if the area isn't too steep, you can just walk out. But if it is too steep, you can jump out, and that will let you exit the water area. Okay, so that's the auto-generated terrain, and that will do basically everything for you. Just tell it a size and what you need inside. Then the other part of the terrain editor lets you kind of make your own terrain. And so I've broken this up into different sections, and let me zoom out so you can see this part. Again, this is kind of rectangular, and these are the shapes that you get with the region editor. It makes these kind of rectangular shapes. Sorry about that. Okay, and so there it goes. And so we're just going to go through each of these sections. And so let me zoom in again. And let's go over to these far sections. So again, you can swim around. And if you stop swimming, you just go to the top. Okay, so over here, I use the edit replace function of the terrain editor, and this lets you create rivers and lakes, and these are really nice because they look great. Okay, so that's one section. Then again, to jump, you just jump to get out of that. Okay. Now over here, we have a, this is the edit paint ability of the terrain editor. And so you can actually paint on the top surface of any of these terrains. And so here I added some ice and some grass and then some lava. Okay, let's go to the other sections real quick. And you can actually jump across. All right. So here, oh, actually, let's go over here. So this is the edit, grow, and erode functions. And this lets you build hills, mountains. Basically, you can grow the surface of the terrain up. And then erode lets you kind of take away the surface and make canyons or holes in the ground. Okay. Then the other ability that we have here in this last section is the ability to subtract from the terrain. And so you can cut holes in this stuff. So I cut a hole in the middle of this section, and you can fall through it. And those are some of the basic abilities, some of the basic tools that come with the terrain editor. Okay, and then on this very last section, you'll notice all of these are kind of rectangular, the sections that I showed you, but you can make non-rectangular areas of terrain using the terrain editor. And this one, let me zoom out so you can kind of see. This one's not rectangular, and you can make this any shape you want. I just made it kind of an ovalish shape. Okay, and so these are the basic functions, the basic tools that you'll find in the terrain editor. Let me go over here and give you kind of a preview for what we're going to do in lesson 5, since these are going to be the same demos. Okay. So in lesson 5, we'll do some more advanced things. And I'm not going to show you all the way, but we're going to make walls that cover rivers. We're going to make a wall maze. The terrain editor lets you make walls really easily. And then we have these kind of arches that you can make, and we'll do that in lesson 5. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close this, and we'll start building with the terrain editor. Okay, so go ahead and open Roblox Studio, and you can just use an empty base plate template. Just delete the base plate, and we will begin here in the next video.